My name's Roman Peshke. I run a $15,000 a month AI automation agency, and I record these videos every single day. I answer the questions in the comments, just like you see right here. So if you have a question about starting or growing an AI automation agency, you can throw that in there. Then I record my daily growth stats. I'm doing it at the front end this time because usually people tune out. I'm going to knock it out before I jump in. And then we talk about what I did to actually grow the thing. So let's jump into the comments. What services do you specifically provide to your clients, and how much do you charge each client? I don't know if there are any hybrid remodeler and custom home builder firms, but if there are, then the only thing that worries me is lower total adjustable market size potentially. So for the AI automation, basically two things I do. One, it's completely integrated into the coaching consulting business that I am partnered with. So pretty much fully integrated there. We use that in like every step of the sales process and the delivery. And then as far as pure AI automation clients in the more traditional sense, and like what I'm building the community around on school, is I sell voice AI receptionists and chatbots to uh, basically local businesses. But for me specifically, it would be the kind of not boutique, but I guess kind of boutique medical, which is non-mandatory health procedures for like beautification. So think skin laser, hair laser, um, anything visual, Botox, all that kind of teeth whitening, all that kind of stuff. So the initial offer is saying that I'll install the system and just reactivate their old list if they have a CRM full of old leads to kind of prove my worth, and then use that to upsell them into either ads. If they're not running ads, I can take over that for an additional fee, or just installing the setup of the voice AI receptionist and the chatbot that integrates with like their calendar and their CRM and all that. And I do that through Go High Level. Now, the setup for that I'm charging right now is 4,000 to get started, then 1,000 a month. I've changed my pricing as I've gone. So I've tried 4K, then 2K. I've done one and one. I've done no setup straight into retainer. Right now, like since it's so young, it's hard to see where the best retention is going to be as far on price point. My knee jerk reaction is that 2K for retainer is a bit high for just voice AI and chatbot, but that could just be me thinking with my own wallet. And so I'm waiting on more data before finalizing price point there. So that is what I am charging. And I've seen people charge all over the map for this, from 10K setups with 500 retainers to everything in between. Like I've seen as low as 2K retainers for just $200 retainers for the voice AI and chatbot. And so really you're pricing on value. If after you install it, you can generate 5x what you're charging, I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. So second part of the question, I don't know if there are any hybrid remodelers and custom home builder firms, but if there are, a total adjustable market, I mean, I wouldn't really worry about that right now. There are plenty of remodelers. There's plenty of custom home builders. So are you saying that your niche is specifically that hybrid? Uh, if it is, I guess drop that in the comments, and then I can do some research on my end and see what the actual total adjustable market is. But really, that's like a ChatGPT prompt away. We're like, what's the total adjustable market of X niche? And what's more important than that is how hard is it for you to source the leads. So if you go on Google and you search for uh, X niche in city name, like how many are popping up? How difficult is it to get in contact with them? If you search it up on Google and like nothing pops up, then I would say try the next one. But all this gets knocked out in the niche selection PDF that I dropped a while back. I'm pretty sure you got your hands on that, but if not, drop it in the comment and I'll throw it down there. Please see my issue. It's a lot to deal with. I don't know why your comments always get flagged. So let me go to Sort by new, apply. Okay, all right, so we got a couple big boys. Hey brother, I'm about to start my car detailing Facebook ads in Canada. I'll get the leads and sell them to detailers, where detailers will go and do their tasks. Once they get paid, they pay me my cut, i.e. the customer will pay them for my cut as well, and that will be my rate. So I was about to start my Facebook ads. I've made social media as well. I've uploaded contents on it. It's just the followers are not there, but the content is there, and I want to get a max amount of leads from this so that my chances of recovering that money can increase. My minimum profit in a job is $50. I'm planning to invest 80-ish for the first week just to see whether this business will work or not, i.e. $10 per day. I don't want to invest a lot, and my fellow says that investing 10 per day for a week is better than investing 20 for 3 days. So I am doing that. I watched a YouTube video where the comments were also very positive, and the guy also teaches it. It's just that I'm not sure, and I don't want to burn it all away. If you want, I can share the guy's video and my social media handles as well. Do you think this business is doable, especially when November is about to hit? Okay, so there are a couple parts in that question. I'll try to tackle them one at a time. So far, business model, you're paying for the ad spend up front. You are nurturing, booking the appointments, and basically selling the client, and then you get paid once they deliver and collect payment on their side. As a business model, I think that's a very easy yes to get when you're selling it to somebody. But you are taking on a ton of risk on your end because basically you're putting dollars in and you only have a chance of getting money back if somebody else does a good job with and is good at selling as well. So I'm not totally in love with it. And I'm kind of curious why you are going about it in this way instead of like a more standard pay on appointment basis. So a little bit curious about that. I'm not saying don't do it, but it seems a bit difficult to do because you're so hands off in kind of the money exchanging hands portion. As far as followers not being there, but content's there, I think that's fine. You're going to be running paid ads, so you're paying for eyeballs. The followers aren't there. That's cool. Planning to invest $80 to see if it works or not. $10 a day for a little over a week versus $20 for 3 days. The $10 over a week just gives you more of a chance to make tweaks along that week versus if you had like ads that you knew were winners, you could jam 20 for 3 days and test the results that way. Since you're starting completely fresh, I think $10 a day for 8 days is cool. That way you'll be in a little bit more control there. But I would fully expect that money to like disappear and produce nothing. Like that's your testing budget right there. And I think that's just the best mindset that you can go in with. Let's jump back to the comment here. I would be curious about what this guy is saying to do in his video. But yeah, as far as burning away the $80, like that's what you're spending to learn if it'll work. So that's just kind of the investment there if you want to go the paid ad side. Do you have a client on the other end ready to receive these leads once they come in? Or are you planning on sourcing that guy after you pay for the ads? The reason I ask that is because the interest over time from a Facebook lead for a Facebook lead when they opt in for a service looks like this. So they opt in, you have like 60 seconds to get them booked for an appointment before they just drop off the face of the earth. And that's just like the nature of the game. It's interruption based marketing. They see your thing, they click on it, then they immediately forget what you're talking about. So if you don't have somebody lined up right away to take those booked appointments, or if you don't have a calendar to book them on, I think you're kind of starting out shooting yourself in the foot there. So I would try to line up somebody to at least sell them to or to send them to before you start running those ads. As far as do I think the business is doable, especially when November is about to hit, Yeah, I mean, absolutely. November might be a rough time for car detailing. I'm not super familiar with the seasonality of that niche, but people are paying to get their car detailed year round. There might just be a lower total amount, but that doesn't mean it's not doable. I would just be really careful with this business model because you are only getting paid once the detailer gets paid, and there probably isn't anything in place that ensures that you actually get your end of that deal there. So, not a huge fan of the strategy. Expect the $80 to disappear. But if you are confident in your ability to turn leads into booked appointments that show up and get paid, and you have somebody that you trust that will actually send you your portion of the payment after the job is done, I say go for it, man. Also, there's a friend of mine who's trying to do the same business model but using Google Maps instead of Facebook's ads. He said doing this was very stressful as most people book at the weekend and your money might come on the weekend. So the whole week you are stressed and you are investing more money on ads at the end of the week. Then they can even cancel, which makes it even more stressful. His point is not bad, but he's done it. I was wondering if I could run it for a week, stop the ads until I get my money back or make some profit. I won't run ads because I will try to book those old leads again, but this method stops the lead flow, but at least I'm not burning my pockets. What do you think? Yeah, so this kind of touches on what I was just talking about in the last post. Super high stress way to do things just because you're so reliant on other people. Like you're very separate from the core of the business there. As far as what do I think it'll be tough and there's a good chance of failure. I think if you want a different variation of an offer that you can get started with, like a car detailing place, is find somebody and do a reactivation play with their old leads. Which basically, you find a car detailer that has a CRM full of old leads, and you say, hey, I want to work for you absolutely for free. What I'm going to do is take a look at your big old list of people that opted in for car detailing and disappeared, or the ones that did it once and never came back for another detailing session. And I'm going to turn those old dead leads into new paying customers. All I ask is that I get X amount of dollars per service, whatever it is. That way, it's very low risk on both ends. You don't have to run ads. You just have to put in some sweat work nurturing those old leads, but you're not on the hook for all the ad spend. So that's my preferred way of doing like a no risk offer, just doing the lead activation play. I would not do the Facebook ad strat that you are looking at there. So to overcome this, he's going for Google Maps businesses. He's planning to make a business in a specific area by registering on Google Maps and giving it at least 100 plus reviews. By reviewing other businesses, which is hefty, but he does it, and then he adds a number which is received by an AI who books the leads, and he gives the lead to a detailer. Once the job is done, he gets paid. Calculated the expenses to be around $80 for the first month, $20 afterwards. He said that this is not that stressful and not that time taking. He also said this is like an asset which will keep giving money afterwards. So what are your reviews? I think this is way better, personally. Doing a local SEO play and then nurturing inbound leads with AI probably be slower. Like you could hypothetically get faster money the other way. This is way lower risk and a way better longevity play that puts you in less total risk. So yeah, I would, if you were between these two, I would pick this bottom one right here. Absolutely. All right, how would you market your school if you had no money to pay for ads? So my school community, I do not pay for ads to get people there. It's just pure YouTube, pure organic. For the coaching consulting business, we run a call funnel. So Facebook ad to book a call, and then we just use a school group to house the consulting clients. So we don't run ads directly to there either. But if I were to start, let's say, a new school community, and I was not in a crunch for cash, I would go either YouTube or like short form organic content to just build up trust with an audience and push them in that way. So that's how I would market it. And whatever my core premise of the group is, I would demonstrate that in whatever my content is. Hey Roman, what's your setup for making these videos? I'm trying to get a similar friction-free, unedited process with my videos. I'm currently testing OBS Studio, Camlink, and Elgato Stream Deck with my Canon M50. Love the simplicity and unfiltered vibes. Thank you. Thank you, Simon. Yeah, I use OBS. And for the camera here, I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I have a MacBook Pro as my laptop. And I can use my phone as the camera. So that's why it's a little bit higher quality than a webcam. And I set it up on a tripod behind my computer here. And then I just connected that to OBS, and I have a little template that I made here that gets my head in the corner. Sorry, man. So I have a little template that puts my little head in the corner. I just mocked up, I watched some YouTube videos and figured out how to do it. And so yeah, I just have two scenes that I can switch between by clicking. I actually have a third scene if I want to connect my iPad. And then yeah, that's what I'm running. Just OBS and my phone. Super simple. All right, here we go. Hey man, for cold calling to businesses, I was setting up the Twilio for calling. I got myself a number. Now I wanted to call, but to do outbound calling, I need a dial pad. So there's a Chrome extension named dial pad for Twilio, but for some damn reason, it's not working in my device and showing login session expired. So I asked with ChatGPT to give it away to localhost, which I did for a few days, but it didn't work because I was setting it up. Setting it up so complicated, got a lot of errors. Happen at a point where ChatGPT forgets why we were even starting. So I thought to integrate using make automation, where I would have added Twilio to create a call module. It worked like I was entering a number in a sheet and sending a request and calling, but I couldn't see the call happening. And when checking the logs in Twilio, there were different time seconds in each call. ChatGPT said to make a local dial pad again, which again didn't work, and now it's making me use Twilio Flex feature. As I said, I don't want to localhost now, so using Flex and Twilio bin. We're doing something like creating a Flex account or something. I'm tired of trying again and again, failing, especially when ChatGPT forgets what we're doing. So can you help me sort it out to send calls? Thank you for your reply. Alrighty. Let's see. How to... Let's see. I mean, honestly, man, I've never had to set up something like this. I cold call through Go High Level. I just bought a number and I can call straight from the desktop app. They use a white labeled Twilio called Lead Connector. And so that's what I run. This seems super complicated. What country are you in? If you could drop that, maybe I can help you out a little bit more. But as far as like dial-pad, like I just use high level for all that cold calling. Then I just buy a new number whenever it gets marked as spam there. They do have you verify your identity now, but you just upload a picture like your passport, your ID. And so if you want to try that out, there should be a 14-day free trial in the description of the video. But yeah, man, drop what country you're in, and then I'll see if I can figure something out. Hey Roman, how you doing lately? Can't watch your videos some days. Sakshi, it's all right. You're one of my OGs, so much love. You can tune in whenever you can. Culver Claire asked ChatGPT for the niche, gave me custom home builders and high-end remodeling. Should I target them separately or both at the same time? If I should target only one of them, do you think I should target the one that has a higher total adjustable market size and has more of a demand for it? Yes. Okay. This expanded on your previous comment where I was asking if you're going for a hybrid niche or not. I would go whichever one ranks higher on the niche pain scorecard. So let me pull up my thing really quick, my little worksheet. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to grab it from inside of my school community. All right, let's go bump. How to pick. we go. All right, and then we'll go to, and I'll drop a link to this Google Doc in the comments. All right, so the niche scorecard, niche prompts, bump, bump. So run these prompts for your niches. You just fill in the brackets, and then you use this, and it'll give you a rating, 1 to 4, or 1 to 5, sorry. And then you throw in your niche right here. You put in all the scores, and at the end, you'll see total scores for each one. And so in your case, you would throw in your 2, put them through all the prompts, see which one has a higher number, and then just select that niche, and do not give up. So that is my advice right there. That will identify like the total addressable market, who's in more pain, all that good stuff right there if you just copy and paste. Please reply to my comments because I will move accordingly. Yes, I just did. I would do what your buddy was doing with the SEO, and then setting up something to handle the inbound calls once they're ranked high. Hisham, my boy, get well soon, man. Hey, man, I appreciate that. I know I haven't been super active in the school community, but I've been grinding. Hey, Roman, since you've monetized your AI automation skills with your school community, how's it going? What do you offer in there? And if you're comfortable sharing, how much of your income comes from school versus your agency? Also, what are your instantly campaign stats looking at lately? I completely stopped doing cold email because, honestly, I found for me, it was a bit more of a shiny object, and I already know how to run I know how to run paid ads on Meta. I know how to do cold outbound, basically manual cold calling, DM, and just following up relentlessly there, and like the handwritten cold emails, hitting them across all 3 simultaneously. So I stopped using instantly for my cold outbound and got way better results because I was chasing something new that I'd seen a bunch of YouTube videos about. Tried it out, got okay results, got some book calls, didn't really turn into anything tangible, and was taking up even more time than cold outbound and and paid ads would take, because I was learning something completely new. So I switched back, and now we are rocking and rolling. All right, what do you offer? Okay, so the school community, how to get your first AI automation client. Then I'm going to throw in some more goodies over the next couple of weeks here, just because I'm finally coming up for a breath of air from client fulfillment. So now I can build that out and make it better. So what do I offer in there? Basically, I want to offer a shortcut roadmap so that I can take what I did to get my first AI automation client, trim out all the stuff that didn't work, and then just give you a little miniature business in a box that you can just follow. And then I want the tools and softwares and all that to be valuable enough to where it pays for the membership in and of itself. So that's the idea. If you're comfortable sharing how much of your income comes from your school community versus your agency, the $15K a month is from the agency. The revenue that I mentioned in videos, if it's ever from the school community, I will say it is from the school community. So I make a couple $100 from school, nothing to write home about. The agency is making $15K a month. So hopefully that addresses that comment there. If you want me to expand on that at all, I'm more than happy to. I'm pretty open with numbers. F1D142. Appreciate you. All right. What did I do today? Inside the coaching consulting school community, basically tore down, redid the whole thing, made it way easier to consume for the clients. Got a bunch of user feedback, trimmed out the fat, simplified it down to basically what matters, reshot a bunch of the training materials so that they were easier to consume and digest, added a resource section with templatized contracts, like the physical assets that we have them print out for their businesses, and the scripts and all that, put that all in one nice place, formalized the call recording sections, and did all of that goodness. And yeah, that was most of my day. It was just reorganizing stuff, which honestly kind of nice because I wasn't on calls. I threw on like a podcast and just got to work. Outside of that, if you made it this far, I'm thinking about doing live streams on YouTube as I am working. You can just tune in and work along with me as like a just fun little duo thing, or I guess more than a duo. But if that's of any interest on a little grind session live on YouTube, I can throw in some, see if I can throw in some Japanese lo-fi study music, and then it can be a little bit of a vibe. That we can all work together. So if that's of any interest, drop a comment. You're a real one if you made it this far. That's it for today, folks. Love y'all. I'll see you lovely folks tomorrow.